This is unbelievable.
It just keeps getting better and better.
What a night in the Battle of Alberta.
Is this the dagger?
I don't believe what I just saw.
Touch a ball, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
When you see a goalie fight, and when I say see, I mean physically see it in person in the building, oh, it changes your perception of absolutely everything.
I'm sure everyone was kind of looking at each other going, what's going on?
From my viewpoint in the booth, all the commotion starts to my left, in the Flames' end.
Sam Gagner poking at what he believed to be a loose puck. Cam Talbot didn't like it. Mark Giordano got involved. And it just started to build.
And before you know it, there's 3 or 4 guys in the pile, and one of them is the Calgary goalie. So we all know how hockey works, right?
And that is whistled down, and nobody is happy now as in came Gagner with a late poke. And look out as Talbot is into it, and he wants a piece of somebody back there.
There was a fight that started and things are going off, and now I can see Mike Smith kind of creeping his way out to center ice, and I'm thinking, oh boy, this is gonna get real in a hurry.
And Smith is coming up to center ice as this thing comes unglued.
Everybody kind of looked at one another when everyone saw Mike Smith standing at center ice, waiting for the moment.
I mean, there's Mike Smith standing there like Ken Dryden, leaning on his stick, and it's unspoken. Are you gonna come out here or what?
Poor Cam Talbot. Yes, goalies get away with stuff all the time, but their expectation is they don't have to deal with any of the repercussions.
Talbot's involvement is kind of hilarious. I don't think he wanted to be involved at all. He might have pretended, oh yeah, I can't see Mike Smith there at center ice. But if you look closely, Darnell Nurse is pointing at Mike Smith at center ice going, buddy, you're up.
So he said, hey, Cammy, look over there. There's Mike Smith. You better go attend to that big guy standing at center ice.
You know, I really can't imagine what was going through Cam Talbot's mind when he looked up and he saw 6'5", 225-pound Mike Smith standing at the red line, looking like Megatron in all of his gear, saying, hey, let's do this.
And look at this, they're gonna go. Mike Smith are gonna go at center ice. Talbot and Smith, who've been on both sides of this Battle of Alberta. This is unbelievable.
Wow. It just keeps getting better and better.
The people in this building can't believe what they just saw.
I was like everybody else in that building. I stood up in the booth when I was calling it, and I rarely do that.
When I saw the goalies going at it, I kind of had to almost kind of pinch myself for a second.
In the Saddle Dome, up in the press box, there's no men's room. So when they suspended that second period, I had to use the men's room, so I have to walk on a catwalk and go down some stairs and into the concourse with all the fans. And immediately, everybody came up to me and says, what did you say? What did Louis say? What are they saying right now in the studio in the admission? What did we just see? The place was buzzing.
You could feel the rumbles through your body in that building. The Saddle Dome absolutely erupted, and people were ecstatic that those two finally had dropped the gloves and went at it.
Mike Smith standing at center, and Cam Talbot looks up the ice and says, you know what? Let's keep this thing going. And they go at it at a pretty spirited tilt, too. Two big guys, too. You look at both of these guys off the ice. They're not your typical goaltenders. Talbot's a big dude, took a couple rights there. He comes back with one, and then as they go down, good job by Smith to pull up and not continue to wail away.
It's a clear sign. We're not fighting to prove a point or anything. We just don't like each other.
One thing about Mike Smith, he's got that mentality.
He's an alpha dog kind of guy. He's got some Ron Hextall in him. He's tough as nails.
No surprise Mike Smith won that fight. He's been initiating contact with guys going full speed behind the net his entire career, throwing blockers. This is Christmas for him.
I don't think there was a person in the building other than maybe Cam's wife who thought that he had a chance against Big Mike Smith.
He saw the challenge, he went down there. Listen, I have to give the edge of the fight to Mike Smith, but I always give credit where credit's due. Good job for Cam Talbot for saying, you know what? Okay, this is the Battle of Alberta. I'll step up too.
That was an example where it didn't really matter the outcome. It really was about answering the bell. His teammates, Cam Talbot's did, loved him for it. So too did Mike Smith.
This is a surreal scene here. Wow. What a night in the Battle of Alberta.
There is no doubt that the Battle of Alberta has been ignited. To me, it was like a small fire, and then boom, let's just throw a bunch of gasoline on it.
When you consider this environment, this stage, this Saturday night, the Battle of Alberta, all the hype that went into this game, and the way the whole moment kind of developed, and the fact that it was the very first goalie fight in the history of the Battle of Alberta, I think you got to rank this one up in the top 5 at least.
I hope you enjoyed that video as much as we did making it. There's a lot more where that came from. Click subscribe and enjoy all the videos that we have on Sportsnet's YouTube channel. Maybe mix in a like too.